Alright, fellas. So, years ago, I made a video that was the best in class characters of FGO. And that video, I still stand by most of what I said in that video for the time. So I am going to not redact really anything that I've said on that. There's definitely some things I would change nowadays because, you know, it's been about 2 years of updates, but I would like to go in, instead of doing like a major whole overhaul tier list of every character, which we may still do in the future because funny, I have went and I've picked my choices for who I think is the best character in every class in FGO, JP updates included. Now, I will point out, these are exclusively 5 stars, and there are some very good 4 stars out there who I would consider better than some 5 stars, but you know what? This is just the 5 stars. Now, the other thing is that I have come to realize that the community thinks that my takes on FGO characters are shit. About any time I've ever made a video like this, or anything into, like, you know, to this degree, there's always a list of people who are just like, do you even play this game? Are you fucking stupid? I can't believe that this guy has no idea what a take is. To the point where I saw a comment in another Discord server that I am in about somebody congratulating me, without notifying me by the way, congratulating me on finally having a good take for servants for the 4-star ticket. Now, I wrote this video before that, so in spite of that, I'm still going to be going, and I'm going to be presenting who I believe personally are the best characters in each class. Now, because apparently I have this reputation of having bad takes, I am now going to put the proof of burden on all of you. All of you, chat. So I'm going to do things like this. I am going to present a character from each class. We're going to look through them, and then I'm going to explain why I think they are the best in the class that they are in. After which, you all get the opportunity to refute what I have to say. And if you can convince me that I'm wrong, then I will humbly concede my opinion, and you can take the blame on the YouTube comments. I am pushing all blame away from myself and onto you. So now it's your fault if these takes are bad. I am a man of the people, as I've always said. And of course, the people is me, as I've also said. So, you all have to now convince me as to why my takes are either good or bad. And if the majority of the community agrees that my takes in this video are good, then you're all coming down on this burning ship with me. Because I'm sick of seeing it. Klidge's takes are bad. Klidge's opinions on fake characters are bad. Klidge doesn't know what he's talking about. This fucker's never played this game before. Yada, yada, yada. I've seen it all. I read all your YouTube comments, by the way. They're hurtful. So, let us begin. Has bro tried getting better opinions?
Cool.
So actually, there are 2 on here that I do need to, for my original list, I do need to edit.
My stone cage ready to make chaos.
Yes. Alright, so while I'm doing these, Tammy will be muted, just so you know. So as soon as you guys are able to rebut me...
The escape codes.
As soon as you guys are able to rebut me, you will be able to use the TTS, okay? That way that I'm not being interrupted while I'm trying to explain my reasoning and these characters.
After
Fair
10,000
enough?
seconds, I'm free. It's time to conquer Earth.
Okay. So fellas, let's begin. We're going to start with the Sabers. I silence ye, Tammy. but the interruptions are the fun part. It is kind of fun, but I need to get through this, otherwise we're gonna be here for 10 hours, and I don't want to be here for 10 hours. Alright, so let's start. Who do you guys think? Yes, I'm going to be defending all of my opinions as to who these people are. And we're gonna go in order. So, the best Saber class servant. Who do you guys think it is? Who is the best 5-star Saber? I would like to see who you all think in chat first. Because I already have all of these tabs pulled up. Also, I'm getting really drunk. This is my second bottle of whiskey. Giles, Bride, Muramasa. Honestly, after all of her buffs, Mo is a strong contender. I do like Mo. It's not an unknown fact. I do love Mo. Klidge drunk while also defending his opinions. Damn, what an image. Welcome. We're gonna be here for probably 3 hours. Also, I can't drink whiskey straight. I hate the taste, so I'm doing whiskey cokes like a little bitch. But goddamn if they're not good. Alright. So, my favorite Saber, who I think is best in class Saber, is Ibuki Doji. Truly, I believe that Ibuki Doji is the best Saber. She just does everything. She's ridiculously powerful. She operates as an AoE unit. She can be a DPS. She can be a farmer. She just kind of does it all. But let's actually look at what she does. So, triple Buster deck fits in perfectly with her playstyle. Her gains are pretty decent. They're not like phenomenal, but they're decent. First skill. Physical strength of natural surroundings. It's a 3x3 turns. God, I wish it was just 3 turns. 40% attack up with a 50% battery, 6-turn cooldown. The battery is what really makes it shine. It's what allows her to be a farmer. It's great. It really is. She's fantastic with that. Damage is good. Damage output is good. All around. 6-turn cooldown's kind of rough because you can burn through these really fast. But I mean, if you're just using her NP for one wave, an MP next wave, and then just DPS some motherfucker down, still good. Auto like this choice? Probably. Second skill. Increase his own buster performance for 3 turns, 30%, solid. Increase his own defense for 3 turns, Increase his own defense for 3 turns, by 30%, also very solid. 20-star Star Bomb, also good. 5-turn cooldown. Great skill, a lot of uptime, gives her a little bit of survivability, increased damage for her 4 buster cards that she has in her deck, and then pretty much lets her crit whenever she needs to. If you're combining her with Koyan of Light, which you will a lot of the times, even if she's just DPSing, not farming, she's going to get all those crit stars to herself and then crit like a motherfucker. It's fantastic. Third skill. Arguably her weakest skill. Single target enemy NP seal for 1 turn, which is good. That's a good effect. Own crit damage for 3 turns by 50%. Pretty good. And then own undead damage for 3 turns. When it comes up, it's good. Is it always going to come up? No. So, 6-turn cooldown. Kit is pretty stacked. She's obviously a very Oonga Boonga character. Pops the fuck off, does a lot of damage. It's great. A lot of passives. So, magic resistance A, debuff is really good. Riding B+, doesn't really matter because he has the 1 quick card. It does have 4 hits, so it can make some stars, I guess. Permanent, 12% buster up with reduced damage taken by 200. That's an amazing skill. And then Snake God's Essence, own buff removal resistance by 20%. The damage does not matter. It's pretty good. Does this matter? Anti-ruler? I mean, honestly, yeah, I could see it. It's not useless. I mean, she can just crit down rulers. It's not going to be the best thing in the world, but I mean, if you really need it, you can use it. Alright, non-upgraded NP. They'll probably upgrade it in the future because of how popular she is as a character. 2 amazing effects. So first off, ignore invincibility is huge. That is a huge effect on a DPS character. Again, I count her as a DPS and a farmer, because she can do both. She operates perfectly well in both of those situations. Having ignore defense as ignore defense, but also ignore invincibility is fantastic. You love having that. And then her NP also hits hard and reduces Buster Card resistance. It's solid. Absolutely solid. And she can spam it out decently well. She got big attack, big Oonga Boonga damage, pops the fuck off. Is she account changing? Not really. Will she make your life easier? Absolutely. In my opinion, Ibuki Doji is the best Saber in the game as of the recording of this video in the year of our Lord 2024. So chat, what do you think? Cap. Mordred does more damage in looping comps with the same CEs, and Moda can do Rising Mud Rain farming, which boosts her damage even more. I will say, though, Ibuki is better for bosses due to her NP effects, having Invul and Defense Pierce. Not guilty. What is today's topic? Please read the stream title. It's tough. Agree. I use her all the time. Man's pleading this case in front of the jury. Agree. Not even the best Ibuki. We'll get to that probably. But to answer your question, Mr. Sadtan, I'm presenting my opinions to everybody, and they get to tell me I'm wrong, or they get to tell me I'm right. So let's start with this, fellas. Let's do a poll. You have 1 minute. Vote in the poll. Is Ibuki the best Saber in terms of gameplay? If you all vote yes, I will consider my argument won, and you are all guilty along with me. If you vote no, then I will allow you all to present more cases as to why I'm wrong. Is there a 5-star support NP Saber? There's Nero Bride.
I kinda agree, cause if we are talking about overall performance in our field, she is like one of the best. There are other Saber that are better at specific stuff, but overall I would say she is the most capable overall.
I would agree with that. I truly believe that in terms of overall usability, in comparison with the rest of the class, she is the most usable character, and you're going to get the most mileage out of her over everybody else. Oh, you mean like a support NP Saber? Is there? Sorry, I must have. I just read support Saber. I was gonna say, yeah, Nero Bride's absolutely a support Saber. Is there a support NP single target? Wait, I'm drinking. Hold on. Well, we got a yes. 20 votes versus 8 no's. Let's see. 5-star support Saber, support NP Saber. No. Nope. Daeon, technically, that's not a 5-star. I feel like Musashi has better single target. Yeah, of course she has better single target potential. What are you talking about? If we're talking exclusively single target potential, then absolutely she's going to beat Ibuki for that. I will say, as someone who has now maxed out their Musashi and uses her a decent amount, her gains are kind of bad. Does Ibuki have any
rivals, in your opinion?
So let me actually pull that up, because this was originally going to be a normal video.
Yes, but don't have her. Don't want her, so you're wrong. P.S. I voted yes.
This was originally just going to be an edited video, but I decided that's not very fun. So, I said in this that I think that her direct competition as to being like the best Saber is honestly, it's probably normal. Artoria gets a lot of like additional shit being the poster girl. And so she's still very strong. She can do a lot of stuff. Her issue is that she's got year 1 hit counts, which kind of fuck her over. I believe in the original video I did for this, I said Muramasa. Muramasa is also very strong, but he kind of falls off after a couple of turns. He needs a lot of support. Okita Alter Saber is decent as well. She's alright. I don't use her enough to have like a full opinion of her, but from what I have used of her, she seems like she needs a lot of setting up to actually get going. You could just drop Ibuki Doji in a fight and she's going to do fine. Other than that... Yeah, Mordred's also a good honorable mention. Isn't Artoria just a farmer now? No. Artoria is used in farming, but she's very much a DPS. Alright. Fellas. So, moving on. So I'm 1 for 1. You all agreed with me on Ibuki. Fantastic. Archers is going to probably be harder, because Archers has a lot of really, really good characters. I think I know who you're picking. I think I've talked about who I think is the best Archer in the Discord recently. This one will be maybe controversial, maybe not. We'll have to see. I've playtested this character a lot recently in comparison to others. So we'll have to see. This is one I think that you guys could maybe convince me I'm wrong about. Absolutely. But we will see. So I'm seeing Ptolemy, Ishtar, Musashi, Gilgamesh, Tesla Sweep, Chloe. Chloe's not a 5-star. Probably Gil. Moriarty. What are we rating? My bad opinions. Ishtar, you're wrong. Probably. Gil, Orion, Super Orion, Musashi, Summer. Either Tesla or Super Orion. 2 words, those crits. Ptolemy or Tesla. Summer Musashi, post buff. Honestly, that would be really funny. That would be a really funny one to put. So, in my opinion, the best in class of the Archer class is Nikola Tesla. Now, long-time FGO players are gonna look at this and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Tesla's shit. Tesla's fucking weird and bad. Why would you ever have him on this? Tesla's story locked, right? I'm not counting rarity at all in terms of how you obtain them. Not at all. Nah, bro, I'm voting Summer Musashi. Okay, Summer Musashi. Don't leave Benicio, no. Yeah, okay. I think a lot of people really sleep on Tesla because they do remember him being weird, and his hit counts are also very weird. But he's strong. Dude is dude's pretty strong. All right, so let's take a look. Hit counts bad. 1 buster, 2 arts, 3 quick. He's not going to make any stars with this skill. His gains are okay. They're pretty good. They work. He has a lot in his kit that's going to help with that. So let's take a look. He's had this skill buffed twice. Galvanism alone is a good skill. Like, this is a fine skill. 50% NP gen up for 3 turns is great. His issue is that he has low hit counts. Yo, Klidge, missed yesterday's stream. Did you get Alco?
Help me.
So his first skill has been upgraded now to Tesla Coil A++. Now, what this skill does, it keeps the 50% NP gain up, increases debuff success rate, which is very important for him later on, for 1 turn. Party's NP generation up, except for himself, because it'd be overpowered if it was for himself, by 30%. Party's buff success rate up by 20%. So he gives himself a huge buff, and then gives the party a smaller version of his huge buff. 5-turn cooldown. That's... What was this? This was... Okay, this is always 5. 5-turn cooldown, high uptime, NP gauge up for the entire party. And then also for himself. And if he crits on his art cards, he gets his NP pretty quick. Yeah, it's really, really good uptime. It's pretty good. It's very, very strong. Very strong skill. Second skill, also upgraded. 80% chance to increase his own defense. Doesn't really matter as much, but it's a nice little bit of utility for himself. Nice little bit of survivability, rather. 30% for his NP damage. Also important for 3 turns. Own attack up by 20% for 3 turns. And then Guts, that reses him with 3,000 HP for 1 time 3 turns. All on a 5-turn cooldown as well. Again, very, very good uptime. It's great. It's good. It's a very good skill. This NP damage up for 3 turns is very significant. It comes into play later. Klidge, his first doesn't give gauge, gives NP gen. That is what I meant. I am just stupid and drunk. Third skill, not been upgraded. I really don't think that you could upgrade this without breaking it. It's a 50% gauge. Ignore invincibility for 3 turns. And then, yeah, you know, kind of small these days, 10-star Star Bomb. It's an amazing skill. It's just an amazing skill. It guarantees that he's going to hit whatever he's, like, using. A lot of good things, what are they called, CEs these days, have just the standard 50%. So do this. Just, you can dump his whole kit and then explode somebody. It looks at Alco's 20 stars every 2 turns. Yeah, right? Yeah, no. Very strong, very good. Tesla, once again, works into the way of being a decent farmer if you can double Koyan him. But also, just kind of does decent on his own, so he needs a buff, right? Oh yeah, he's gonna get another buff. They're gonna buff him for, like, a 4th time. Magic resist C. Debuff resist by 15%. It's alright. Independent action. 8% crit damage is also pretty good. Anti-caster, yup, fuck Edison. All my homies hate Thomas Edison. And then upgraded NP. 40% chance to stun an enemy, or any enemy hit, rather. He deals 500 damage to himself, which kind of sucks, but usually doesn't really matter. And then the modifier, extra damage to servant enemies with Earth and Sky attribute, which is most of them. That's almost all of them. And let me rephrase that. That's Earth or Sky attributes. I think I said and, but Earth or Sky. Overcharge mod up to 200%. He is strong. He pops off. He does a lot of damage. He can make sure he hits his shit. Fighting him as a boss, if he is the challenge quest boss, he is a fucking menace because of all the shit that his kit brings. I feel like his face card damage isn't going to be too special. That is, I would argue, his weakness, is his face card damage usually isn't that good, but he crits decently well, and he gets his NP really, really easily. So a lot of the times, you don't really need to rely on his face card damage, even if he's DPSing instead of farming. Because he just has infinite gains. Like, you can theoretically loop with him every other turn as a DPS if you play your cards right and get a little bit lucky. Because of how well he does shit. So, obviously, I think that his direct competition, that should not be underestimated by any stretch of the imagination, is a character named Gilgamesh, who is also disgustingly powerful. and does most of the shit that he does as well. I would say my biggest issue with Gilgamesh is I feel like Gilgamesh, I feel like relies almost too much on his face cards. Well, okay. And I think Orion is also a very strong unit. The only thing with Orion, the only thing with Super Orion is that he can only be used in very certain circumstances. He's a much more limited unit to use. And because of that, I'm docking points from Super Orion. This isn't me saying that Super Orion is bad. It's me saying that you will find more uses using Tesla than you will using Super Orion. When you use Super Orion, he is phenomenal. But when you know. Alright. So chat, it's now up to you. Oh, and by the way, for YouTube comments, they're going to say your community is just going to agree with you. My community, anytime I run a poll, if you're new here, what they like to do is they like to even out the poll so it's completely even and then nothing gets done. And also, they love to argue and tell me I'm wrong and stinky. So, you know, it's... If you really think that they are going to align with my opinion every time just because I'm the streamer, you are an idiot. You're an idiot. What does Tesla do that Guild doesn't? In case I get Tesla. Tesla is better at firing off his NP more often. And his NP does insane amounts of damage. A lot of no's. I'm seeing a lot of no's. Well, I finished all my alcohol. You hear this, chat? You like this? You like that? Me neither. Ah. Alright, so chat said no. Chat said that I'm wrong. Okay. Convince me. For those who just said I'm wrong, why am I wrong? He kind of stinky. Ishtar crits are very strong. Okay,
Arguments on Durga斜杠 Kali. Not that I disagree with your arguments. I'm just curious.
Durga and Kali are both very strong. I will not disagree with that. Also, Ishtar's crits are very strong.
favorite. Hij was veel more buffs.
Yeah, I think that Ishtar's overall damage, she needs a little bit of help. Yeah, 20%'s okay. She does have... I forgot that this is random. I forgot that these are fucking random. And then this skill... Has she never received a buff? She has an NP buff with a star bump. Yeah. Her crits do hit decently well, but she's too RNG based. Anti-Lancer, I bet? Anti-Ruler, interesting. Musashi is Sakushi. I would agree with that. Ptolemy overall can do better than
is
him.
better because that's my husband, though.
You should pick a better husbando. I will, for the life of me, I will never understand why people like Gilgamesh. I've tried. I understand it in everything that's not like FSN. He's so good in everything that's not Fate Stay Night, but people always say that in reference to him being in Fate Stay Night. He's such an ass character in Stay Night, but this isn't a character list. This is a meta list, for God's sake. Let's just look at what he does really quick. Oh, this got buffed. Damn. Party's attack for 3 turns increases
I
NP
only
damage.
enjoy F/S FGO and Caster.
Strange Fate Gil is cool. Gil Caster's also cool. I mean, for what I've seen, he's also pretty good in Extella. Gil is a terrible villain, but a great character. Which is why I don't understand why people only like him as a villain. This is okay. This is pretty good. It does have a 20-star Star Bomb, not bad at all. Yeah, I don't know when this got buffed. This is new. This is relatively new to me.
Pain and suffering await you.
Goke Energy, thank you for the resub for 3 months. Welcome back. Glad to have you back. In Prilia, I see. Golden oh. 3 turn. Okay, so this chat. This is just Tesla's Galvanism with a higher cooldown that does less. This is literally just Tesla's Galvanism, but worse. I could see this getting buffed in the future. If they're going to buff Tesla, yeah. Somebody said that he's like the poster boy. I can absolutely understand why they would buff him again. You know, people like him. I'm not going to discount people who do like him. I just don't understand why you like him. I mean, I know this one got buffed to have a battery, yep. And Star Absorb is good. This is a good skill. A charisma buff is this year? Hell yeah. Tesla is better, y'all are dumb. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with him. I will say his NP, I believe, does hit harder.
Gilgamit.
His NP, I believe, does absolutely hit harder, but you're going to hit more consistently with Tesla. Yeah, no, his NP definitely is the harder hitting one. I'm not even going to argue that. If I were to argue saying that he doesn't hit as hard on his NP, I'd be lying to you, and you could just discount this whole thing. In terms of raw NP damage, you're going to get more out of that with Gilgamesh. NP consistency, you're going to get more out of that with Tesla. And given how both of them share a very similar playstyle, I think consistency is going to do you more. I think quantity is honestly going to do you more than quantity a lot of times. Or quantity is going to do more than quality, I mean. And then Durga.
But Gil is better than him few years ago, so he's better.
I am not going to deny that Gilgamesh is a good servant.
You have convinced me to level up Tesla's skill.
You should.
I was actually looking for an archer farmer anywho.
Yes, you should level Tesla. Tesla's good, and a lot of people forget that he's good. I will not deny that Gilgamesh is a good servant. In fact, he is the immediate follow-up, runner-up character I have on my list. But, as of right now, I believe Tesla is a stronger unit. Durga is weird. She's got that 50% battery. Party NP stage up for 1 time, 3 turns. It's good. That's good skill. The unapproachable one, it's a rainbow battery, 20%, and then 3 attacks, 3 turns, invincibility. Yo, it's protection from arrow, but also better. What y'all know about Uno? I'm stinky at Uno. What's up, Cam? And then her third skill increases own NP damage for 3 turns by 30%. All of her cards become art cards, and then she has ignore invincibility for 3 turns. Arts and crits up by 10% is very good. More crit damage is very good. Debuff resistance is very good. I'm gonna just guess anti-lancer. Anti's okay, that's very good. That's very good. Okay, okay. And then she has defense down after damage. Unfortunate. Bonus damage to Sky attribute by 50% for 1 turn. It continues after the NP, also very good. Bonus damage versus demonic, also good. Durga's very strong. She can pop off. She kind of needs... She works really well with Yui. Having both of these characters and using them together, they work very well together. but unless you're like stacked on supports, she kind of just doesn't do enough face damage. She's strong and she's good. I don't know if she's top of the list. Arash's best archer, discussion closed. That's a valid argument, and I might agree with you there, but unfortunately we're reviewing 5 stars right now. So unfortunately, chat, I don't think that you convinced me enough. So I'm gonna stick with it being Tesla. Oh, Ptolemy, that's right. I need to look at Ptolemy. You're right. Let me do my due diligence. Ptolemy is very good, from what I remember. Party-wide. Attack, HP gen, 15 stars. This is not party, this is just for him. 6 turn cooldown. Good skill. It's just a really good charisma. It's a very survivability charisma. Parties arts by 3 turns, buster 3 turns, crit damage 3 turns. Sorry, crit resist 3 turns by 20%, and then a 50% battery, 7 turn cooldown. Also very good. Crit resist chance down is it can be good, but it's not the most groundbreaking thing in the world. But 20/20 and then a 50% battery strong. And then he has the Melusine skill. If he's young, he becomes old, and if he's old, he becomes young. And it gives him a 30% battery, so what is that, 80? That's 80 built into his kit. And then 30% NP damage, 5 turn cooldown. If it's stage 1 and 2. If it's stage 3, NP rate up, crit damage up by 50%, absorption up by 500%, and makes 20 stars, 5 turn cooldown. Also very good, but then it turns him into his little boy self. Independent action A is good, territory creation A+ is good, debuff, increase own buff removal resist is very good. Anti-archer, who gives a shit? Alright, so his young self is single target, which fits in well with the buffs that he gets from this. Klidge, is this fucking Ace Attorney music? You better fucking believe it is. Ignores defense. Strong. Very good. Deals 1 damage to one enemy. Also very good. Reduces their defense by 20% for 3 turns after damage. And then his overcharges increase the NP damage that activates first. Very good. And then this is an AoE one. You can farm with this one if I remember right. It hits 5 times. Ignores evade, very strong. And same overcharge, same other effects otherwise. He's good. He is very strong.
Check out Summer Musashi Best Archer.
Yeah, he's pretty versatile, isn't he? Yeah, his face card damage is kind of bad, but then again, so is Tesla's. I think that, yeah, he's decent. He's very strong too. I love this idea of being able to turn into a different servant. I love it. It's why I like Melusine, it's why I like Alco, it's why I like him. Like, being able to evolve is such a cool idea, and being able to go back and forth is also a very, very fun idea. It's good. It's a very fun thing. Do I think he's better than Tesla? I mean... yeah, he's good. He's definitely good. I'm going to say no. I don't think that he is. I think that Tesla just brings too much to the table. Not that he doesn't, but I think that Tesla brings more. So unfortunately, I'm going to stick with my Tesla placement. To be the best, you got to be versatile. I agree.
Melusine buff to switch her state back and forth when?
Alright, chat. Who is the best Lancer in the entire game? Swapping back and forth is a hindrance due to having to change the supports whenever you change Ascension. Melusine, 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 Melusine. Eris Kegel. Clay is Gage. Melu overrated. Enkidu. Melu. Excel Synchro Shorai. Sail Shooting Lancer Dragono. Dragon. Enkidu post buff. Roma. Liz. Erish. Bruv. Meluko. Erish. Yeah, it's Melusine. Not even. Do I need to go into why Melusine is the best? No, not really. Nah, Anning. No, it's still a 5-star list. This is still a 5-star list. Klidge, we talked about this. We did talk about this, and you didn't convince me that I was wrong. I believe that we agreed to disagree.
What does Melusine do? Answer, yes.
That is correct. Melusine is, in my opinion, maybe the best DPS character in the game. Maybe. She just does everything. She doesn't care about class disadvantage, really. Do I think that she's like... Do I think that she is overrated? I mean, I think that some people tout her... I think that some people tout her as a must-have savior of FGO in terms of a DPS, and I disagree with that because there are a lot of very, very strong Lancers. So don't take me saying that she's the #1 as me, like, joining that crowd.
Die broken de Lancer-klas with her. All future Lancers herstook and Piet with her.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, for posterity's sake, I'm going to mute the bot so we can get through this. And Kriv, I look forward to your Bible. Make sure it's during the rebuttal phase. That way, if you put it through TTS, it isn't muted. So let's just look at what she does, and I'll get into my thing with her. So, first skill, 40% attack, 2,000 max HP, which is essentially just a better heal. 30% NP. And then reduces own damage taken by 500 for 3 turns. Amazing skill. Tiny Dancer B. Increases own crit star absorption by 5,000%. That is the max limit, pretty much. Increases critical stars, get critical stars every turn for 3 turns by 10. And then gets 10 stars immediately. 5-turn cooldown. Fantastic skill as well. And then here we see the original evolution thing. I'm not counting Jekyll and Hyde because they're not real. If you use it on her stage 1 and 2, she becomes her AoE self and gets invincibility and 100% gauge. Now, if she's already in her 3rd ascension, then she just gets the 30% NP up and invincibility. Either way, it's good. Anti-Lancer. Because fuck the Lancer class. Your competition doesn't exist. She fights some. She squares up. I know the actual lore reason, yes, but funny. Alright, so what does she do? She has 2 NPs. Her first one is single target. Activates first when she gets 20% NP generation in OC1. Very good damage. Decreases their defense after damage damage taken by 1,000 for 5 turns. And gets 10 stars. This is the weaker of her NPs, but this one is very good. You can loop with this one. It's very strong. Ignore invincibility on her second one. AoE, by the way. Damage to all enemies, increases busted performance, overcharged by 20% at minimum, and then burns them. The burn is kind of whatever. It might pair well with a different servant eventually, but for now it doesn't matter. So here's my thing. Here's my thing with Melusine, chat. Melusine is the best Lancer because she does what all of the other Lancers do as well at almost the same rate, if not better in some cases. So she just can be used anywhere where a Lancer is needed and excel in that role as well as anybody else, if not better. Yeah, Jack of all trades and master of all. Now, I will say, if you need her to do single target things, she's less good. But she is... pet review stream is on Saturday, not today. How do I want to put this? In terms of single target context, I think that she is less good, but because she can do them and still do them extremely well, it's great. Nightbot, what are you fucking talking about? Huh. Anyway. No, she's just insanely good. I will say, there are situations where it's just like, okay, you should use somebody else like Enkidu. Enkidu is still a viable single target option if you're fighting Divines. Enkidu will always do better than her fighting a god. It's just a guaranteed thing. You can use characters like Eris Kegel if you need an AoE Buster Serpent, and Eris is still viable. It's just the thing that if you need to use a character who is going to solve the problem and kill the motherfucker in front of you, fucking Melusine will do it. Alright. Also, what's up, Orge? How's it going? Why does the 500 character thing exist? So that you can't write your essay as to why I'm wrong, so you can tout your waifu as to why you're right. I've heard your thing before, and I don't disagree with your points. I'm just saying that you cannot deny that Melusine... So, if I remember the argument that you made originally, Kriv, it's you didn't deny that she is an amazing servant, but I don't think that I do not believe that you can, in good consciousness, say that that Eris is a better servant than Melusine. You and I both know that that is bullshit. You can hate the fact that Melusine exists in the same way that people hate that Castoria exists. I will not deny you that. Please vote, by the way. Yes or no, is Melu the best Lancer? Alright, good night, Origin. I will not deny you that. But you have to admit, no one person has said no, and it's you. It's you, Griff. You voted no. It's 28 yeses and 1 no. Okay, there's 2. Tammy is not muted right now, no. Like, I can understand why people dislike her. It's not propaganda!
Okay, cool. Because this year's Halloween was Starly is going to avenge Halloween.
I mean, maybe. That would be funny. Bro brought his alt account too!
The real question is who is second? Enkidu or Mirage?
Let me actually check. Who did I say was the second best Lancer? I think you know what I honestly think? I think I said that there is such a high power differential between her and whoever the next best character is that it essentially doesn't matter.
Halloween, 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 Halloween.
In my opinion, let's see. Gorehawk, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hope that you enjoy your stay. I mean, Erish is a good unit. There's no denying that. I love Enkidu. I love using Enkidu. I don't think I can say Enkidu is, like, the best of the best, but Enkidu is definitely very strong. Some people swear by Roma. I don't particularly like using him. There's not a lot of 5-star Lancers, huh? Karna's whatever. Artoria's kind of whatever. When's Britomart again? Britomart is Halloween... No. Yes. Wait. No, she's after Halloween this year. She's a Fey Night Cup. It's the next Lotto event. Britomart is a very good... Yeah, Britomart is very good as well, but do I think she's best? Sutter1311, thank you for follow as well.
Either way, we all know who's the best caster, so let's vote who's the second best when we get there.
I think I'm just going to kind of skip over caster. I'm just going to say, I mean, we all know. Okay, here we go. Hold up. Everybody shut up.
Okay, so reason why I don't think Malu is the best is because, while she is versatile, her kit is very selfish, and also when she's in her rusty form she basically has a dead skill cause you don't wanna have her henshin into her ASN. If we didn't put Ptolemy into the best with his versatility, Malu doesn't deserve it either. Irash Klago is insane after all of her buffs, upgraded NP, her SE buff turning her entire kit into basically all turn cooldowns, which is nuts. And the best is Morlan. She gives our party a lot of buffs, helping them survive. She deals a lot of damage despite her low RX stat. She can farm, she can solo really well, and most importantly, she is very self-sufficient. Unlike Melusine, with Malu you need all the meta sports to get out her full potential, and that means that you need 3 limited SSRs, which is a tall order for FRP, when a Zirash can work with anyone like Tesla, and is far more FRP friendly, which is very important. All I heard was my waifu is better than everyone.
It's essentially what I heard too, but I understand what he's saying.
When you want to use Enkidu, he is the best in class, but he fails outside his specialty. Gameplay Malu is too much power creep. Laura different with Skip or Enkidu or Creatura and many other. You don't need to survive if everyone is dead.
Yeah, pretty much. So I understand what you're saying, Kriv. I just don't agree with you. I believe that Erish is very good. I think the statement that Melusine needs supports to work is bullshit. That is the sounds of somebody who is not willing to accept that their favorite character is not as good as somebody who is in a constant debate with Twitter as to whether it's a child or not. Don't get me wrong, I do believe Erish is a very strong unit. I do. I think that a lot of the statements that you made are very, very slanted in ignoring how powerful Melusine actually is. Like, Melusine is one of, if not the most versatile characters in the game. Like, easily. I honestly just want to be a contrarian here and start a discussion. No, I understand. Well, here's the thing, is I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you that Erish Kegel is strong, because she gets a lot of love from the community, and a lot of love from the devs. Absolutely. However, I think that it's not, you can't say that she is even on the same tier as Melusine in terms of power. I love Erish. I like using Erish. Erish does bring a lot to the table. I'm gonna mute this because I'm not hearing you say this shit, Nighty Nights, guys. This shit is not happening. Minus 300. Thank you for your points. Madge, I mean, don't, you know, minus 300 social credit score. Yeah, okay. Moving on. So before we get to casters, who we all know what the answer is for that, Riders. Chat, who do you think I said is the best rider? I'ma disagree with Castoria as the best caster because everyone agreeing is boring. Ozzy, Reyna's, Ozzy. Ash's best caster, Ozzy. Rob Half, who? Ushiwaka, Ozzy. Ozzy, Kono Dioda. Okay, I will defend my point. The best is actually Odysseus. Oh, valid. Honestly, good choice. MDA, Satoru's favorite. Da Vinci. Reyna's, Ozzy, Ketz. Mr. Spook, Drake, Ozzy, Taikobo. Drake, can we just exclude supports? I will mention a different caster as well. Taikon Wong, Andromeda, Ryoma, Medusa. Ryoma's a 4-star. Medusa is a 3-star. Drake, Bakin.
Think Malu is overrated, but she is still head and shoulders above everyone else.
No, I agree. I don't disagree with that statement at all. That is 100% accurate towards Melusine. People put her in this incredibly high regard because she is able to farm against counterclass. However, there are absolutely situations where you can't use Melusine. It's just that those are not very common. Alright. So, the best rider, in my opinion, is Tammy's muted, by the way. So here's the thing. Shocking for some people it is, because there was a lot of Ozzy, and I have to say, I'm just going to be up top with you. Ozzy is my runner-up, if not in my tie. In fact, Ozzy and her in my brain are absolutely tied together in being the best in class. It is insane for me to try and separate those two. Now, I had Taigong Wong on that as well, and then I did more research into him, and I'm just like, in terms of like just support capabilities, Reyna's just has him beat left, right, all over the place. It's not even a competition. So, right now, interchangeable, Ozzy is just as good as Reyna's. However, I opted to say Reyna's because you could use Reyna's in more things, as opposed to Ozzy. Fair? Cool, let's take a look at her. Her NP gains are okay, they're just fine. Quick arts busters, okay. Advice of the strategist. Her upgraded NP is busted. We will get to it. Oh, we have the wrong music on. I'm not fighting anybody. Hold up. Her crit gains is nuts? True. And she is a rider, so she will get those crits every now and then. First skill, defense up 25% for the party, and then damage taken by 400. That second bit is not as good, but whatever. The 10% party-wide battery is the real selling point here, but the extra defense is good. Second skill is it charges charges one ally's NP gauge by 20%, increases their attack by 40% for 3 turns, decreases Reyna's own attack by 20%. The demerit is really, it doesn't matter as much because who cares? Upgraded third skill, targetable invincibility for 2 attacks 3 turns, debuff resistance up by 30%, charges their NP gauge by 20%, giving her the magic 50% number. Magic resistance B is good, territory creation B is good, riding B is good. She has 2 art, 2 quick, so yeah, it's alright. She's not really gonna be making too many stars because she's, what is it? Yeah, 3 hits. Meh. Anti-caster? Anti-rider. Interesting. So her NP is upgraded. 150% chance to reduce all enemies' defense by 30% for 3 turns. Grants party ignore defense class advantage, meaning that she just everybody does neutral damage to you. I believe you still do normal bonus damage, but otherwise bad for the enemy. It's good. It's a great skill. Nega Saver is the thing that works for, this is Draco's thing that lets her do damage to all the knight classes. Oh wait, no. Am I dumb? No, that's Kiara. That's Kiara. Wait, what? Kiara too? Am I stupid? Hold on. Never mind, that's Kiara. I'm stupid. Ignore me. That's not Draco, that's Kiara. I'm an idiot. Chat, did you know? You shouldn't watch this video because I'm stupid. What is Draco's thing called? She has some... Her, like, reasoning for that is something. I don't remember. Anyway. Party's NP generation up. 30%. 3 turns. Great additional effect. Overcharge the party's NP by 1 stage for 1 time for 3 turns. Also a good effect. Removes own debuffs. That can be... Excuse me. That can be very useful. It's not always, but it can be. You're not stupid, you're drunk. No difference. Overcharge effect is 150% chance to reduce all enemies' crit attack chance for 3 turns by 20%. She does remove the attack down, but again, the attack down doesn't matter as much. Okay, so chat, I'm gonna be real with you. I went in, when I was initially writing this, with the idea that Ozzy was the best character. And I was just like, okay, I remember the last time I did this, people said, you're a fucking idiot, Reynes is better. How could a character with Imperial privilege be the best character in the game? Well, joke's on you fuckheads, because I still think he's still the best rider in the game, tied for first with fucking Reynes. Oh, Draco's this Nega Messiah. That's what it is. Got it. Thank you. Her NP is second only to Castoria. Her NP is insanely powerful. So, she's a support, obviously. She's a universal support. She's much better in slower fights, but otherwise, you know, it's pretty good. I mean, you can always just, like, backline her. I don't know, have her switch in, give that 50% battery, give that invincibility, and then have her leave. It's fantastic. Yeah, no, she's just all around. She operates as a... How do I want to put this? Her whole deal is that she operates in a way that shuts down everything that makes a fight suck. She gives you battery, she makes it so that the enemy just hits less hard and crits less. Her one drawback is that she's a rider, so she will collect stars. That's the one problem I was able to find with her kit, is that she is a rider. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to top. Alright, so chat, I'm going to repeat this again for when I put up this poll. Ozzy and her are tied. They are tied. So if you're going to say no because you think Ozzy is better, shut up. Shut up. You have 1 minute. Please vote. They are tied, but I want to acknowledge Ozzy's... But I don't want to acknowledge Ozzy's Ascension pick. Fine. I don't... Look, I have to do gacha tomorrow. And if I see this man's face in my gacha tomorrow, I'm going to have a conniption. If I get spooked by Ozzy in my gacha tomorrow, I'm going to have a goddamn conniption. You guys don't know what a conniption... Am I old? Am I old in Midwestern? Oh yeah, Tammy's muted. Oops. Well, Chad seems to agree with me that these two are tied for first. 28-2. I wish Ozzy liked me as much as he likes you. I wish he did too. You can have him. What's a conniption? Conniption is what happens to anime girls when they get that good dick. Moving on. Do I need to say anything? No?
Casters will be like Larry Bird in the three-point shootout. Who's coming in at second place?
Yeah, right? Yeah,
Pass. Next.
Yeah, okay. If you want to know what I think,
She
about,
doesn't heal. Provide stars so may.
just go watch the Mist plushie and auto review of her,
next, please.
because they're going to go into why she's good. I cannot be bothered to explain why Castoria is good. She's the only character in the game who is a must roll if you want to make your life easier.
How about Power Dealer Caster?
Yeah, so let's talk about a DPS caster
Ultra
instead.
Assassin LOL.
Who would I think is the second best caster? The answer is
Anastasia is
Kuonji
the
Alice,
best caster ever.
who we don't know anything about. This is the second best caster in the game. Oh, she's good. Who would I say is second best? That's hard. That is actually kind of hard. Well, that's the thing. That is the thing. Is Ashe is good for multi-core. Crane is good for a lot of different
Ask
things.
is the best attacker because she has the Moonlight Greatsword.
Merlin is a very strong survival
Who is
option.
best DPS caster?
Scotty is a great, like, support option as well. The best DPS cast, I mean, realistically,
Salomon is the best.
probably Izumo. Izumo very strong. Izumo very strong.
UE sweeps.
Izumo's very, very powerful. Yui does sweep, but she's not a 5-star, so she's not counted. Anyway, roll for Castoria. If you want, okay, just for posterity's sake, the reason why she's good
Gun-nest DPS.
is that Artoria Caster just enables you to do
Izumo creates
everything.
big.
She just lets you do everything. She gives you 50% battery on demand, makes your team invincible, gives you insane NP gen up. Art support, does it all. Fantastic unit. There's no reason to not roll for her unless that you're just like trying to avoid the meta because you think that you're better than that. You're not that cool. Anyway. So who's the best assassin, chat? Best assassin is Koya and Skaya, comma, Gramps. Rats and Yui are honorary 5 stars in this channel. Absolutely. King Hassan, comma, Cleopatra. Ooh, Cleo's a good guess. Koyan,
Got
Skaya.
Castoria, so good luck with Alice tomorrow.
I don't. Does Alice isn't dropping tomorrow? She's dropping in like a week or like a couple of days. Serenity, Koyan, Fox Bitch, Koran, Koran, Koran. I love Koran of Light. Oh, she does drop tomorrow? Oh, goody.
As much as I love Li Shuwen, Koan Sky because she lets my eye become the OG for many things.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, the answer for me is Koyan of Light.
Piranha Bright.
And here's the thing. Oh, yeah, I need to mute Tammy. So here's the thing with Koyan of Light, chat. That I think is important to note is Koyan is an amazing support, but also an amazing DPS, and she can just do both. She's the best of both worlds. And in a world where, like, powerful AoE assassins Sorry, powerful, consistent AoE assassins are kind of rare. She just does so well. She's fantastic. She's great. Tez is also very good, but I think that she outclasses Tez. I did the $42 Alco donations. I did those yesterday. I did both of them. I bought the half pack and then bought the other 2 packs that were worth it. And then the game said stop rolling. Anyway, let's take a look at what she does. Her NP gen is decent. Her cards generate so much NP. So I was doing farming 2 nights ago on the event, and I hit an art crit with her, and it got her 70 from 10%. It got her to 72% with an art crit. No NP generation buff. She just does that. She's really good. Anyway. First skill. Targetable 50% NP gauge. Reduces skill cooldown by 2. 500% chance to deal 1,000 damage without killing to the party. 8-turn cooldown. Phenomenal skill. The 1,000 damage kind of sucks, but you deal with it. Most of the time it doesn't matter. Second skill. Increases one ally's damage against human enemies. Who gives a fuck? Increases their damage against enemies with man attribute. Now, that's the one that matters. Grants them buff on attack for 3 turns, which is where they get 10% NP by using their buster attacks, and then 20 stars on demand. Very powerful. And then her last skill is that it's targetable as well, much like the rest of her kit. 50% buster up. Buster crit damage, 50%. Buster absorption, 5,000%, bitch! Shit pops off. It's crazy. It's amazing. So you do a ton of damage. You make the stars to do the damage. You reduce people's skills. She is what allows Buster units to farm because of this skill that reduces cooldowns. And it's great. But she can use it on non-farming as well, and is also great. Like, just this skill alone is enough to carry her. These 2 skills alone can carry her as an amazing unit. This skill is just the icing on the cake. Speaking of cake, this is low-hanging fruit, but I will grab it. Anyway, she has Independent Action EX, 12% crit up, great. Star generation up is, it's okay, it's not the best thing on her, but it's alright. Independent Manifestation increases own critical damage again by 6%. Instant kill resist by 6%. Mental debuff resistance by 6%. She has a 10% art up on demand with more star generation, also good. And then just in her kit, 20% NP damage. Always. Bonus against archers. Who gives a shit? And then her NP on upgrade. Can you imagine if they ever upgrade this? How do you... Oh, anyway. 20% attack damage up. Damage to all enemies. And then guaranteed reduction of their NP gauge by 1. And then she gets 10% at OC1 of the NP gauge back. Up to 300% if you're cool like that. She's ridiculously strong. She does everything. Sorry, let me unmute
That
Tammy.
was a whole bakery.
That was a whole bakery. So I'm just gonna pull this up. I think that Koyan just does everything, and she does it well. I will say, she excels much better in shorter fights. Because her She does have long cooldowns. I didn't mention cooldowns, did I? 6 turn on this. I believe it's 6 turn on this as well, and then 8 turns on this. So, you know. It's one of those things... Please vote in the poll, by the way. It's one of those things where it's just, like... It's hard to find, like, a real fault with her. I'd say the one thing is that, like... She's not as good if you're going to use her as a DPS against bosses, and she's also a support that favors being in shorter fights. Needs a pend and starting 550 CE. To do her thing, I mean, yeah. She doesn't need it. I use a fucked up Oberon comp to make her work, but she can work.
Only negatives are the damage and she's squishy.
Her damage is not bad. Her damage is really good, but she is very squishy, yes. She has no hard defense, so if you get unlucky with crits, she will die. But, like, again, you use her mostly for, like, short fights. You don't really want to bring her to fights that are going to be drawn out, because she does have high uptimes on all of her shit, but if you're going to be using her as a DPS, I mean, I guess. I don't know, she just does it all. Chad agreed with me, 25-2. She's the best. I'm on a roll right now, fellas. I'm thinking maybe the Go Man's takes aren't that bad. Her low HP is good for min turns. True. Also true. I don't really do min turn stuff, but I understand the value of them. Oh, hold on. Honorable mention. Let's do honorable mention because I almost forgot. Who did I write down? Who did I write down first? Let's see. Yeah, okay. I said... Well, Tez is good. I need to play test Tez more, but I'm not going to deny that he's good. I said that it was either Kama or Gramps. In my honorable mention slot. It's not Huyan. Huyan's really good. People forget about her, but she's really fucking good. Why Gramps? Gramps is unkillable and does like immense amounts of damage.
Rigged.
That's why. Jack's ability to make stars is amazing, but you don't really do that as much anymore. Gramps' NP is mid. True. Did you guys see that Gramps actually got buffed recently? Did you guys hear about the Gramps buff? I think it came to JP. They might have brought it over to NA. Let's see if they mentioned it in the trivia. They didn't. Yeah, Gramps' art card is fucking insane too, yeah. So, Gramps' upgrade, his buff
chameleon.
Is that now when he hits people, the screen shakes. I shit you not. They made it so now that when he hits you, it causes screen shake to happen. I don't know if that's true. I read that somewhere. Don't quote me on that. I want to believe it, though. I wouldn't even say that Jack is bad. I don't think that any single target... I don't think any of the single target 5-star assassins are bad. They're all very, very strong. It's just some are stronger than others. Spreading this information as casually as he breathed. Yes. Would you say that Tez is the best one? He's not single target, but I would say Tez is very strong. Anyway. Now we're getting into maybe the more controversial aspect of this list. Best Berserker. Who is the best Berserker, chat? Summer Castoria, Ibuki, Kiyohime, Morgan, Katjuna, Bakatoria, Arjuna, Ibuki, Castoria, Arjuna Alter, Ibuki, Castoria Tai, probably Summer Ibuki. Buki Arjuna, Summer. Castoria can be an argument though. Morgan, Ibuki, Summer 7 and 8 destroy the competition, so it's not going to be Morgan. Ibuki, 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 Ibuki. It's Ibuki. Summer Castoria is very good as well. Don't get me wrong. Alright, muting Tammy. You've been warned. Having Yan, how big was the... Oh my god. So... Here's the thing. I didn't understand how good Summer Ibuki was until I fully read her kit. I'd been using her on JP without fully understanding her kit, or at least forgetting aspects of it. And then I was just like, well, how good is she actually? And then I looked at her kit and I'm like, oh. Oh. Oh, I see. I see, she's that good.
Yay!
Ardent Footstep, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hope that you enjoy your stay. Alright. First skill. Oh, by the way, her gains are kind of whatever on base. Quick Art Buster Buster, very good. She has party-wide. Increases attack by 20%, crit damage 30%, summer mode servants, including herself, 30% NP gen up. Very good. 6-turn cooldown. Great, great skill. Second skill, targetable. 30% Art and Buster. Reduce skill cooldown by 1 turn. 6-turn cooldown. It's great. Fantastic. Absolutely phenomenal. Third skill. 50% battery. 10 stars per turn for 3 turns. Crit absorption by 5,000%, 6-turn cooldown. My favorite thing is a 5/5/5 cooldown. I mean, yep, exactly. So her kit is very obviously geared towards DPS and looping. Specifically looping, that is what she does best, but she does actually operate very well as a DPS.
Pain and suffering await
Hey, everyone, thank you for the 4 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Please, if you receive one, be sure to say thank you. Alright. It honestly doesn't even feel that impressive. I don't know, man. Like, this altogether is very strong. And then you look at her passives, and it's just like, okay, 2% buster, whatever. Oh, okay, 12%, and then damage reduction. This is really good. It's good shit. And then buff removal resistance, also very strong. Anti-alter ego, honestly on a Berserker, very viable. And then obviously her NP isn't upgraded, but then there's this. Remove all enemies' defensive buffs before damage. Reduces critical attack chance by 20% for 3 turns. Extra damage to Earth type enemies. Let me just scroll through your basic enemies that affects. Your dragons, your beastmen, a lot of the mobs that you end up needing to farm. And that's on overcharge 150%. Reduced crit damage, also very good. Almost every DPS has an anti-attribute thing these days. True. There is a lot of them. Anti-Earth is really, really good, though. That's a really good one. Yes, my favorite gender. Anti-Earth Servant. Me too. Buff removal resist gives her some... Or sorry, buff removal on defense buffs is very powerful. She pops off. Also, don't let me spread misinformation. This is a crit resist chance because I'm stupid. Ignore me. Alright, chat. I like Summary Ibuki. I use Summary Ibuki a lot. What does chat think about Summary Ibuki? Tammy is unmuted. I will say, this is one I don't have, like, full confidence in my placement. But I do think that she is incredibly powerful.
EU. Hard pass. Morgan better.
Morgan better?
She is my number E summer target.
Explain why against Cat Juno.
Summer Musashi is my favorite archer.
I do like Arjuna Alter.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh ha ha, oh yeah, you gaga.
In fact, I would say that Summer.
Explain why against Cat Juna.
So against Cat Juna, ow,
Can
shit.
we have a tie option?
Can we have a tie option? I mean, we certainly can if you guys tie it. But it's looking like more people are voting yes than no right now. The only thing that Ibuki has over...
Castoria and Ibuki 8 tie Destian though.
I don't know. I like Arjuna Alter. Okay, 19 people. 19 people said yes. That's the majority. Zerktoria can fight even four right. That is bonkers. Okay. Well, I did get my W on that, but chat, why am I wrong? This is one I'm very willing to admit that I am wrong about. I personally find Summary Ibuki to be incredibly useful in a lot of situations, mainly because Castoria is a character that exists, and she makes up for everything that Summary Ibuki is lacking. Morgan is straight up better. That is just not true. That is simply untrue, as somebody who uses Morgan a fuck ton.
Not really wrong. It's just that Castoria is as good.
Yeah, Berserker Artoria is also very good. I would be willing to say that they're equal. How much did you really use Artoria? I do use her a decent amount. She a cutie. I know, she does great crits, she has that thing, she has great survivability. Yeah, she's strong. Morgan clears? Homie, you're just saying she's better and not explaining
Soldier
why.
Boy better TBH.
Soldier Boy is also a 4-star, not a 5-star. I think Ibuki wins because AoE has a bit more value over single target. I would agree with that to a degree. Anti-foreigner stuff on Zerktoria is stupid. Okay, it's not anti-foreigner, it's anti-threat against humanity. Which is a lot of the foreigners, but it's not all of them. My favorite threat against humanity. Right here. Alright, I'm willing to concede that Berserktoria is probably, like, a tie at minimum, if not better. I'm okay with that. I'm more than happy to say that. Vlad, eat my fucking cock. Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. All right, chat, I concede. I know how good she is. I do. So, all right, I'll give it to you. Sure, Zerktoria. I will concede to chat. Zerktoria, better servant.
If Goi isn't best foreigner, il commit evil act.
Sendo Rikyu is the best Berserker and the best Grandpa. Case dismissed. That's the real thing. Alright, moving on to the extra classes. They're equal? I would say they're equal, but maybe maybe I should lean more towards Berserker Artoria. I've just playtested Ibuki more.
The man has listened to reason hurry.
By the way, I think I need to change this current one that I have as to who it was, because I completely forgot that a certain character existed. So, who do you think I originally guessed? Who's my original guess for who the best ruler is? Himiko, because she's adorable little daughter. Astraea, still a 4-star. Melu, Karen, Astraeus, again 4-star. Kagetora. Scotty, Jormal post-buff. Summer Melu, not Jean. Summer Scotty, Jormal after her buff. His most magnanimous and holy emperor of China, QSH. Himiko, Himiko. Jormal Kek W, Scotty's support, which is cringe. Kagetora is the one who became the best, Sherlock, but old best was Melu. So I originally thought... Hold on. Wrong music. I originally said that I thought that it was, Jormal. My original thought was that it was Jormal. And I will still stand by that post-buff, I think that Jormal is a fantastic servant. But that's mostly because it's a character that fits into how I like to play FGO personally. Right? It's a character I think it fits directly into how I like to play the game. Which is slow, make big damage, survive, and then just do goofy shit. I don't need a fight to be over in 3 turns. I like to have fun. Now, I will still stand that I think that she is great. I will put her into my honorable mention tier. However, I completely forgot that Summer Scotty is a unit. And then I remembered, oh right, Summer Scotty's fucking overpowered and broken. Like, realistically... Yeah, so Jormal was my original thing, and I was just like, okay. But Jormal is very slow, and that's more of a bias thing. Again, she plays the way how I like to play the game. The more realistic and reasonable option would be Summer Scotty. And I'm not going to deny anybody that. And I'm going to need to change my foreigner as well, because I didn't forget that the character existed, I was reminded how good a character was. So, Jormal, honorable mention. Let's look at what Summer Scotty does. Big health. Really big health. Double quick art, Buster. Good deck for what she do. Immune to Pigify. Ooh. First skill. Buster up for one ally by 50%. Increases their Buster crit damage by 100% for 3 turns. fucking wild. Second skill. Your 3-turn hero creation without the health. Increases party's attack by 20%, quick and buster up by 15%, star gen by 15%, all for 3 turns, 7-turn cooldown. Phenomenal skill. And then, targetable 50% NP gauge up, increases their critical star absorption of buster cards for just 1 turn by 5,000%, and then makes stars. 7-turn cooldown. Ain't it nuts that the best Zerk Tide and Ruler are back-to-back banners? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Possibly another pretender on this list too, who knows. Yeah, so she's stacked. Magic Resist EX, fantastic. Territory Creation A, great for her 1 art card. Who Debuff Resist is pretty good. Anti-Assassin. Caster. Oh, she hates herself. Hey, me too. Alright. So she actually has a DPS NP this time. Deals damage to all enemies with a quick. Reduces NP gauge by 1. Guaranteed, which is fantastic. Same as Koyan. And then increases own NP damage on waterside battlefields. This never comes into play. Bonus damage against lawful alignment units, which is a lot. Not very many mobs, mostly servants, but, you know, still good. And then 10% if it's waterside, 150% for lawful. Summer Scotty operates almost identically to how Koyan does, except that she has quick in her kit as well. The difference is that Koyan has that reduction in her. So I think Karen is fun too. Karen is a very good quit. Is it? No, she's decent. She's strong. She's fun to. Karen is a fun unit. Doesn't mean she's a good unit. She's good, but I think she leans more onto the side of fun. Scotty took everything that was good about OG Scotty and then made it better. Music playing is from Ace Attorney. She just does so much. She does so much support for the party. Pops the fuck off.
Argument for Berserker Kenshin.
Well, let's get into that, chat. Let's do a poll. Is Summer Scotty the best ruler in the game? Make your voices heard, ladies and gentlemen. Vote in the poll. I want to hear your voice. Of fucking course she is. She's a meta support. That doesn't necessarily mean she's the best. When did I pin the Zerktoria thing? You tell me. You're the one who pinned it.
Objectively, yes. Personally, no. Himiko for a life.
I agree. I think I enjoy using
Elementary,
Himiko.
my dear.
I enjoy using Himiko a lot. Himiko is my favorite ruler, I think. I'd have to look through the list, but Himiko is my favorite one to use. Because making Himiko work is super fun, and she's super easy to work with. But I think that, I don't know, it's hard to beat everything that both Scotty and Jorm will bring to the table.
Final ascension, Your Honor.
Accepted.
Shi Huangdi, my wife.
Shi Huangdi is very fun to use, but he's also very situational. If you're not soloing with him, it's kind of whatever. Sherlock as well, I saw somebody say. Sherlock is also a very strong unit, but also very situational. Alright, somebody said Kenshin.
Solution, double ruler Scotty with Himiko DPS.
True, actually that'd be really fun. Alright. So I looked at Kenshin's kit for this. I also have seen Summer Melu's. I have Summer Melu 10-110 on JP, and I do use her, and she is very strong. She's not as good as normal Melu is. Still very good, though. Baby. Alright. Kenshin. Crit damage 30% 3 turns. Crit star absorb buffer by 500% 3 turns. 2 attack 3 turn evade. 6 turn cooldown. Arts up 30%. 50% battery. 15 stars per turn. 6 turn cooldown. Targetable NP overcharge by 1 stage 1 time for 3 turns, which is good, because normally these go away pretty quick. Increase one ally's attack by 20% and their NP gain by 30%. So she has a little bit of support capabilities. Buff removal resist by 10%. Instant kill is pretty good. She has 1 quick card, so the riding doesn't really matter. Anti-rider. Alter ego. Interesting. Okay. Weird. And then single target. Removes one enemy's buffs first. Deals damage to them. Bonus to man. Which we saw earlier. Which is a lot. And 20% above. She's good. She's very strong. Buff removal is very good for a single target AoE NP. Or single... What the fuck? A single target NP. And if I remember right, her refund is... Yeah, it's okay. I still think Scotty is better. If you would like to defend her in chat, you may. I won't deny that she is a good servant, though. She's very powerful. Her arts cards are bonkers. They regain a lot. I remember that. Mock chat points that you hadn't used her enough to really judge her. Skadoodle is... I'm not saying Skadoodle is not best. Scotty is absolutely the better unit. I'm just very curious to know why... Like, the argument that somebody had for her. Best after Scotty. I think Jormal still takes it. She's probably the best ruler DPS. I won't deny that much, but... You know. Oh, it's about Karen? I see. Yeah, no, she's good. Alright. I'm sticking with Scotty best, but good unit. Alright, moving on, chat. Avengers. Who is the Avenger I will be touting to all of you right now? There's a lot of good Avengers. There's a lot of good Avengers. Nobu, Jalter, Super Dantes, Monty, Jalter, Angry Mango, Dantes, Monty, Karen is kind of... Oh, well, Monty, New Dantes, Jalter, Monty, Before Count of Monte Cristo, Tyra incoming, Maonobu, Jalter, Tyra, Monty, Mango, Monty, New Dantes. Actually, fuck it, Mango. Still not a 5-star. I can't believe Fate fans can't not only can you not read, you can't listen either. Anyway. Yeah, it's New Dantes.
Mango for the win. He has a power armor against beasts.
It's true, that is overpowered. And Tammy is silenced. Of course. Yeah, no, I've, after playtesting with him a decent amount on JP, I think that he might be the best Avenger currently in the game. Though I could not beat the CEO of Deer Park Water with him, I had to use Jalter to beat him. That's a very, very different circumstance. So, let's take a look at what he does, shall we? His gains? Fucking really good. Quick arts buster. 5-hit quick, or 5-hit fucking extra. Pretty good. First, I already did a video on this guy recently. Do I really need to go through what he actually does? I mean, I guess for the sake of the video. Increases quick performance by 3 turns, busts performance 3 turns, self-invincibility for 2 attacks 3 turns, 30% for all of these, 6-turn cooldown. Good skill. Increases own attack for 3 turns by 30%. Self-debuff on attack, buff... Wait, what? Oh, grants himself the debuff on attack, buff for 3 turns. Hey, the bot's working. You can unpin the thing, Tig. So what I did, by the way, was I set up the bots now automatically every now and then we'll just, like, do that. So we don't have to do the pins anymore. I'm automating this so you will lose your jobs. Alright. Capitalism in a nutshell. Yeah, we robots in this bitch. Wait till AI-generated klidge. Don't make that. Actually, do not make that. I'll be pissed. Poison debuff. Who really cares? But then debuff immunity 3 times 3 turns is amazing. 6-turn cooldown. And then NP gauge 50%, crit damage 50%, star absorb 1000% for 3 turns. 6-turn cooldown. Really good. 3% battery every turn. 12% crit damage, always additional. This is really high. So if he gets hit, he gets his NP. Like a lot of it. The party debuff resist down kind of sucks, but eh. Anti-Avenger? Yep. I hate myself. I hate my past self. And then his... Why? I fucked up the music again. Time to AI generate klidge voice and content and make him say bad words. As if I don't already say bad words. Fuck, cunt, shit. Suck my cock from behind, you fucking cunt. There you go. I'm directing all of these statements towards Emiya Shiro. And then he kills me. Tig, that is the worst idea I've ever seen. Yeah, people are just gonna make me say slurs, and I'm not gonna say slurs. Anyway. Ignore invincibility. Great. 500% chance to stun. Also great. You're playing a dangerous game there, homie. Single target, does a lot of damage. He does 100% bonus damage to burn enemies, plus an additional 100% depending on how many stacks of burn they have to a potential 200% damage. And then burns himself, but he doesn't really care about that. And then also reduces their defense. So his idea, the idea behind Monty, is that he does insane amounts of crit damage, pops the fuck off, gets his NP very, very quickly, fires his NP, and then stun locks the opponent forever. He's insane. He's actually insane. He's a boss character. He's just actually a boss character made playable, which is fantastic. You love to see it. I want more designs like this. Because these designs are fun. They're fun to use. It's interesting to make characters like this that are kind of, like, broken. But he's not... I mean, he's overpowered, but he's not, like, perfect. He has faults. But, yeah, no, he just, he does 1 billion crit damage, gets his NP very, very quickly, and then just destroys the universe. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Give him burn CCs and it's GG. Absolutely. Alright, so pull up. So my my honorable mention was Tyra. His faults, Link bad. Yeah, no, my honorable mention for him. Poll is up. Please be sure to vote. Make your voice heard. I believe that Tyra is kind of in the same boat as Super Orion, where very, very powerful units. When they're in their niche, they are insanely powerful. They pop the fuck off. But they need to be in their niche to be at their maximum potential. And their niche doesn't really show up all the time. Jolter is good too. Her 50% battery does help her as much as people want to clown on it for being kind of boring. But, you know, it's a good buff. It helps her a lot. It helps with her consistency more. Alright, chat agrees with me, saying yes, 17 out of 17 yes, 4 no. Monty Denier's struggling. Yep. Alright, so far so good, chat. I have good takes so far. Shut up, bot taking my job. Alright, chat, so next up is the Moon Cancers. Who is the best Moon Cancer? Summer BB, GI Wonder, not many options. Yeah, I think there's 5 options. Kiara Sweep, Genico, Kiara, Funny Vamp, Genico, Summer Beebs, Arc, Genico, Neko Arc, Kiaram because she will get me if I sleep if I don't. What are you saying? Arc, Rats, BB, Funny Vamp probably, much competition there. Arc, BB's boobs. That's the real answer. It's Arc. Yeah, the competition ain't very much. Yeah, Funny Vamp. Not very much competition, unfortunately, so. More Avengers are chaotic for Arc? Yes. Yeah, so... Here's the thing, chat. I don't even like Arc that much as a unit. I just can't deny that she's very strong, but she's not my go-to. She's not a unit I use very often. And it's not just because of the classing, it's just I think that her playstyle is kind of boring. I won't deny she's good. Anyway. Quick art Buster. It's good. Good, it fits her well. She has Rainbow Mystic Eyes. Enemy-wide, skill seal, defense down 20%, for 3 turns, 30% attack up for 3 turns, 6-turn cooldown. Kind of basic, but good skill. I mean, it's good. 100% NP battery. Increases on NP damage by 20%, 7-turn cooldown. God damn, that's a good skill. That's a very good skill. The cooldown is kind of a lot, but that is a very good skill. And then there is Funny Vamp, my favorite named skill in the entire game. I'm never going to get over Funny Vamp. It is a party-wide invincibility for 1 attack, 3 turns. Buff removal resist for allies with good alignment for a 100%. Which isn't always applicable, but is good when it pops up. And then charges the party's NP gauge except for herself by 30%, and then puts on the Millennium Castle Battlefield. 6-turn cooldown. Now what does that mean? well. Magic resist A+ is good. Territory creation is good because she has double arts. Item construction's alright. Independent action is good. While she is on the Millennium Castle, 30% permanent rainbow battery on her. No, read it again. No. Which is very good. You said she puts on the Millennium Castle. I know what I said. I know, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Also, rarest SSR in the game because no second rate up. Damn. Tsukihime fans stay losing. Anti-foreigner, so she can kick Alco in the teeth. 30%. Alright. So what she does is she always, when she uses her NP, she changes it to Millennium Castle. So she puts on her Millennium Castle for 3 turns. Which means that you're always going to get the benefits of the passive whenever she NPs. Now, you can stack the Millennium Castle. It always will let you continue. Every time you use your NP, it always resets it to a new 3. Just putting it out there. Because it's kind of weird. If it looks like it went away, but the 3 turns didn't end and it wasn't removed by the enemy, it's still there. The game is just made out of fucking soba noodles. Anyway, deals damage to all enemies. AoE Buster. Pretty good. Yeah, this is just explaining all that shit. And then bonus damage to chaotic people by 150. And then charges the NP gauge of all living humans except self by 20%. Behold all ye who can get Parganente. She has very little competition in her class. Oh shit, was Illy on that list? Oops, ignore me. Update to the pregnant list. Yes, Alco could. Yes, Alice could. Yes, Sojiro could. Arc she's good. She's kind of a Buster Beatstick. Very, very powerful unit in like her own right. She does a lot. She does a lot of damage. She pops the fuck off. It's just, I don't know. I think that she could do. I think that she will get a buff and an additional rate up this year. Mark my words. 2024. She will get another rate up and also a buff. Probably to her second skill? No. To this skill. This skill's gonna get buffed. Or they'll upgrade her NP. But mark my words, it's gonna happen. Anyway, chat, how do you feel about Arc? I mean, it's her only real competition, I would say, is Summer BB. Because Summer BB is very powerful. It's just the Summer BB doesn't get as much playtime anymore as she used to. I don't know.
Upgrade. Gain advantages to all classes, no exceptions, no demerits.
I mean, honestly, that would fit in with that stupid fucking, like, real-world skill she has. She has that stupid fucking +1 bullshit that somebody mentioned. Poll is up. Please vote in the poll.
No second banner, damn you funny vamp.
Summer BB's card lock is insanely good with certain servants. I agree with that.
She's gonna have E, only time can tell.
Yeah, it's a matter of when rather than if. Summer BB is more fun and lets you do silly shit. I agree. Summer BB is a more fun servant, but Arc is the better servant. All right. Ooh, we gotta get controversial with our next one. Next up is Alter Egos.
FGO where Art Tsukihime collab.
Baz. Klidge Pradaru.
Havenwin with the 100-bit donation saying Baz Klidge Padaru. I'm seeing Doman, Baz, Doman, Jufu, Bunyan. Melt can really get going with skill 3. But it's gonna be Tiamat, isn't it? Only SSRs. Kiju Daughter. Baz. Baz Bias Activate. Manon McLear. I know she's one of the servants. I had in mind the other is Super Orion. So. Also, best alter ego is Tia Mom. I think that the best alter ego is Bazit. No. Best alter ego is either Bazit or Dolmen. So that's the thing. I will
Hot women in suits for the win.
I will concede that Dolmen, I think, might actually be the best one. Dolmen might be the best one. Because Dolmen does... Oh my god, ow. Dolmen does a lot. Dolmen pops the fuck off. It's just... I don't know, man. Every time I use Bazit, I am reminded of how powerful she is.
The best. For real.
Yeah, no, Dolmen is insanely powerful. We will look at him. He is my honorable mention, alongside Tiamat. But let's take a look at what she does. 8% NP gain, which is very good. Quick, Arts Buster, very good. By the way, she is the best 5-star rider, in case you didn't know. Quick up, Buster up, crit up, caster damage up, 30% for all, 6 turn cooldown. I unironically believe that she is the best rider DPS in the game. Just like Musashi's best archer, yes. Alright, 50% battery. Star Absorb for 1 turn, crit damage 100% for 1 turn, 6 turn cooldown. It's pretty good. The uptime is bad. I will be the first to admit that, but is a great skill regardless. And then Succession of the Red Branch is an evade, debuff immunity, and 20-star Star Bomb, 5-turn cooldown. Summer Murasaki would like to have a word with you regarding best rider DPS. Summer Murasaki is very good. By the way, Baz farming 111 nodes is stupid fun. Yes, it is! So she has Riding A, which is great for her. Magic Resist B, which is good. Divinity does not matter. God's Holder doesn't really... Okay, so it's the 5% crit, which is cool, but this is the thing that just kind of allows her to work. This is what allows her NP to work. It just extends her buffs into the enemy turn. Alright. Better be Anti-Caster. Anti-Avenger, also still good. So her NP, famously, is Counter. It taunts her, gives her Frog Rock, which I'm just going to always mispronounce on purpose because it makes people mad. It does a 1-hit quick, that makes 10 stars. It cannot break gauges, and any time that she is hit with an attack or a skill, she retaliates by throwing her thing at people. And it scales based on how many times she hits because it does quick down for 3 turns. She does not work with Oberon's skill. No, she does not. And then she has an additional thing that gives her extra attack whenever she NPs. So, she is insanely powerful. Even just her face cards do great damage. She can use her NP on like every other turn if you play your cards right with her. You can support her to make up for the fact that she has that evade on a 5-turn cooldown. And I would say that realistically, my one gripe with her, the one thing I dislike and that I could possibly see them changing in the future, is the fact that she can't break bar with her NP. I understand that the reason for that is that if it did break bar on the enemy's turn, it would actually fuck with, like, the code, and that's why it is the way that it is. The bad thing is that she's quick, and quick doesn't have that much defensive options. Okay. She benefits from quick supports, yes. She also benefits from crit supports. So any support that can help with her crit damage, which is what the majority of what her damage is going to be, you can bring that. Like, literally, Merlin works incredibly well with her in protecting her, healing her, giving her all the shit that she needs, attack up, giving her more NP. Easy. She works incredibly well with Castoria, also covers that fault of needing defensive shit, and getting her to fire off her NP over and over and over again. A lot of you guys were here and saw that the character that I killed the giant enemy spider with was Bazit. She just does so much. So much damage. Is so fun to play around with. I don't know, it's just... She's just good. She's just good. Now, wrong, Castoria finished the giant enemy spider. True, but fucking Bazit did most of the work. And for people who are doubting Doman, I just think that a lot of people just don't use Doman. Doman is great. Somebody said random bullshit go earlier, but here's this. Question, this will be very hard to phrase. Does NP damage up buffs affect her the moment she NPs or the moment she uses the counter?
Let's not forget the shooting sacrifices to get the spider drunk.
True. The NP damage up? What do you mean? If she has it, then it's gonna happen when she does it. I see what you mean. No, when she hits the counter is when that comes into effect. Otherwise, it's just sitting there. Alright, so Dolmen. Enemy attack down by 20%. Enemy defense down by 20% 3 turns. Terror 1 time 3 turns. Confusion,
Husband, did you just confess your love to another woman than me? What does this Berserker have that I don't?
She doesn't fall asleep after hitting her NP.
Doman, allow me to destroy caster buses with Hu Yanzhou, an assassin.
Doman also.
Brag.
2 times guts, 5 turns. Increases the critical damage of evil alignment allies, including himself. 3 turns. Chaotic alignment allies. What are you? You're chaotic evil. He gives himself 100% crit up for 3 turns. And then double guts, making him an amazing solo unit. And then 80% NP increases the attack more of evil alignment allies by 3 turns, more of chaotic alignment allies for 3 turns, curses for all enemies by 2,000. Then he has a lot of shit here. Hey, I have this skill. Anyway, anti-alter ego makes sense.
If you like her so much, then why don't you marry her husband? Humph.
Well, because I chose to marry you, Tammy. And then AoE quick. Does curse instant kill, I believe, after damage. It always succeeds against enemy mobs that have 80% or higher death rate, so all bronze, basically. If you use the Soya High School... Wait, what? That's funny. That's funny. I didn't know that. That's funny. That's really fun. Yeah, Dolman offers a lot to the party. He's kind of a specific support, but even then, he can also just be a DPS. He does it all the time. He's great.
I'll say IT again. Dolman is good in everything, and I mean everything. Farming? He got it. DPS? He got it. Supporting? He got it. He's just that guy.
You know what? I'm going to actually say that he ties with Baz. I think that him and Baz are tied in my head. They're just so good. And then just for the sake of doing it, I will look at Tiamom, because I do want to explain why Tiamom is great. Because I will not disagree with you, Mock. I love Tiamat. I do. She's fantastic. I use her a lot on JP. Quick Art Buster Buster. 50% MP gauge. 100% crit down for 1 turn. Heal block recovery for 1 turn. This fucks up a lot of shit. It's great. Tiamat doesn't need to be explained. Well, I'm doing it anyway. Please be sure to vote in the poll right now. 30% attack up, 30% buster up, curse to all enemies, and then 60% chance to 60% chance to stun all enemies as well. Very strong. And I thought this said sea of bullshit. 2 turn cooldown. 10% battery, 1,500 HP, and then NP damage, 20%. Is good. Bonus crits is good. Independent manifestation is good. Debuff resist is up. 5% every turn is very good. Anti-beat. Ooh. Ooh. I didn't know she had that. Ooh, mama. People agree with me on my alter ego. Okay, I'm gonna run a different poll now. Just because I'm curious, chat. Dolman or Bazit? Who do you like better? Who do you think is better, Dolman or Bazit? I heard that she can do Black Grail looping. How does it even work? Double Kolyanskaya Oberon is how that works. And then she has debuff clear for herself, AoE buster, and then seals enemies and skills for 1 turn. It is currently neck and neck, 13 to 13, for who the best alter ego is, as chosen by the community. Also, Buster Overcharge for 30% is amazing. Oh, Dolman pulling ahead. Bazit is doing it again. Are we really doing this, by the way? Thanks for having the best Discord soundboard bites. There are some of the best I've seen. Thank you. Bazzett's winning by 1 vote. It's even again. You fuckers, this is why we can't do democracy. It's a tie, 16 and 16. So there you go, YouTube. Fuck my chat. Every time. Anyway, there you go. They're tied, even decided by the chat. Alright. Moving on, we have 3 more servants, guys.
Is that enough for?
Wouldn't you like to know? Best foreigner. So this is the other one that I need to change.
Once
Maybe.
again, Twitch chat has destroyed democracy.
Cuckoo, 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 go, cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Go, JDM. Goey, cuckoo. Gotta go for go, Van Gogh, go's the best. Cuckoo / go, the go, cuckoo or go. Alco cause phony. Alco. Actually, go is dummy good too. Are we counting Alco? Well, let's talk about this. So first of all, this was who I had originally, and then I was reminded of how good Van Gogh is at everything. So I'm just gonna say Van Gogh. I'm just gonna let my own biases take control and say Van Gogh. And, okay. My fucking head is hurting. So, I'm just letting you all know right now, I am not counting Alco in this. Reason being, I have not had enough time to playtest Alco. I've not had enough time to use her. I've not had enough time to determine how good she actually is. So, I don't know. Alco a little overhyped? Maybe. I have no idea. So, in the name of fairness to everybody who's listening now, Alco is released. I'm leaving her out of this list to let her, like, simmer. Alright? So if you're just, like, gonna come and swing and be like, Alco is actually the best, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. That's okay. We're just going to ignore her for now. And we're gonna talk about my baby. Okay? We're talking about my baby. Van Gogh is one of the best servants in the game. When they made Van Gogh, they just said, fuck it, we ball. So, her gains? Good. They're pretty good. Quick. Arts Buster. She makes decent stars off of her cards. First skill. Okay, you know what? Let's start with this. We're going to start this in the order that you use these skills. Second skill. 150% chance to reduce all enemies' defense for 3 turns by 20%. Reduces their quick resistance by 20% for 3 turns. Gives the party 1 attack, 3 turns evasion. Recovers party's HP by 300 every turn for 5 turns. 500% chance to inflict curse with 100 damage for 10 turns to the party. 6-turn cooldown. It's a weird looking skill, but it has a lot of party utility that's really, really useful. That 1 attack, 3 turns evade comes in clutch a lot. That's a phenomenal skill. Third skill. Soul of Water Channels. It's targetable, but you're very rarely going to use this on anybody but her. It increases one ally's attack for 3 turns, increases their critical star absorption for 3 turns by 600%, attack is up by 30%. Self-buff on attack buff for 3 turns. Removes the latest curse debuff when hitting with quick cards. If you successfully remove it, you get 10% attack for 3 turns. And then also, you absorb all curses on the field. She takes all of them from enemies and allies into herself. 5-turn cooldown. And then her first skill is that she gives herself a standard guts, curses herself 3 times for 100 damage, 10 turns, and then charges own NP gauge based on how many crits that she has. Note, this is not limited. This does not have a stop point. If you somehow have, if you could theoretically have 30 crits on you, you can get 300%. You can go from 0 to 300. It does not have a cap, she can just do that. And of course, yeah, skill order is you use second skill, then use third skill on herself, and then you use this and you get the battery. Next. Existence outside of the domain A, 2 stars per turn, debuff resist up. Great. Insanity C. She has the 1 buster card, 6% up. It doesn't matter as much, but it's something nice. Item construction B, debuff success rate up. It's good because she has a lot of debuffs. And then Divinity B, who gives a fuck? Curse of the Sunflower. She cannot die to curses. Very important. Anti-caster, fuck 'em. And then her NP is a support NP. It inflicts terror status for 1 time 3 turns to all enemies, which just means that they are gonna get stunned eventually. Increases party's critical damage by 50% at NP level 1. But if you wailed for her and got her to NP 5, it's a 3-turn 100% crit up on a spammable NP. And then further, this is where she shines. Increases the critical damage of existence outside the domain allies by 100% for 3 turns, and then makes 10 stars every turn for 3 turns. Increases the attack of the party by 30% for 3 turns. Overcharge 1 for that. Now, this affects her. She gets 150% crit damage at base. And if you want to know what existence outside of the domain looks like, it's not a very large amount of people, but she is the best foreigner support servant. Easily. Van Gogh operates in this weird in-between realm of being an insanely powerful DPS and an insanely useful support. She does both fantastically. She pops the fuck off. Well, that's the thing. I think that they didn't give Cuckoo existence outside of the domain because the Cuckoo Van Gogh combo would be unstoppable. Genuinely, I think that is why. It's too much. Also, she's chaotic evil. You know who she pairs up really, really well with? Doman. You can realistically do double Van Gogh, 1 Doman. And just have them buff each other to oblivion. You can stun lock certain bosses with double Van Gogh to the point where it's just it's not possible for the boss to do anything. You just sit there and keep spamming shit. And with Doman, he makes it easier for them. Do amazing crit damage. She gets her NP back so easily. She does everything. God, I love Van Gogh. She's so much, and she's fun. That's the other thing that's so important with her, is that she's fun to use while also being good. How many characters do they release in this game that are just good and not fun? They're just good. Please vote in the poll. It is now up. What about Melee? Melee, okay. Melee is fun. Melee isn't exactly good. You're making me feel bad when I missed her banner. I mean, she comes back decently often. Yeah, no, she's an absolute monster of a unit. Melee is dead after Voyager got his NP buff. They'll buff Melee. I'm certain they will. I said no because I love Cuckoo too much. Cuckoo is the honorable mention, because Cuckoo is disgustingly powerful as well. So, you know, don't let that fool you. Cuckoo is incredibly good, but God, Van Gogh is so powerful. Melee combo with Go has the downside that Go steals the curses from the enemy, so Melee's power mod doesn't proc. Yeah. Alright. Chad agrees with me 21-8. There we go. Oh, speaking of things that are happening tomorrow, this isn't relevant to the video, so you can ignore me. If you've not done your Grail casting, do that right now. Also, tickets are in the shop tomorrow, so enjoy that.
Yay!
I'm gonna fuck up your name so bad, homie, but thank you for the follow. Igmai Yongui, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hope that you enjoy your stay. Tickets will show up today, even a little before the reset. Yup. No, Van Gogh good. Van Gogh good. I love Van Gogh. Alright, it's...
Tickets on the shop on JP in an hour and a half.
True. So next up is Pretenders, but do I really... This is like the Castoria thing. Do I need to go into who the best Pretender is? Yes? Isn't there like two?
Go is top foreigner, and at this point I would say Cuckoo and Hera are tied, but both overlap a lot and have specific stuff that is different. Cuckoo can do a way better than Go cause you know actually has an anti-Earth's ONT. For single dark damage, Go and Cuckoo are almost tied in the long run. Go is better in that sector, but at the start of situation Cuckoo is tied if not a bit higher. And Sport Go wins hands down in terms of value of Sport, but Cuckoo still has a little bit of it, but the passives are better on Cuckoo kinda. This is just speaking them alone in a nutshell. Team depends on who you have, but yeah, a Cuckoo is better at farming tied with single target damage on both, and Go wins in supporting. In a nutshell, depends on who you need.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that everything you just said there is right. I mean, again, Cuckoo was my original pick, but then I forgot exactly how good Go's support capabilities are. I don't disagree with you at all. I'm just picking Go because I like her more. Alright. So. I mean, obviously, do I need to go into this? All right, so we're gonna skim through him because I think that there is kind of a misconception about him a little bit. So let's start with this. Oberon. Oberon is the best Pretender. Let me show you his competition really quick. There's one other unit that is a 5-star Pretender. Pull up the wolf image. Inside you, there's 2 wolves. One hates France, the other hates Britain. Crop it a bit more so the tree connects properly. Oh, you're so right. Hold on. Do this. There we go. Actually, hold on. If I move it down, it makes it. So, hold on. If I move it down and I move it like this, it looks like the tail is kind of a part of the cloak. It flows so beautifully into itself. There we go. There we go, chat.
Text. If only I could find a real one. Bottom text. There are 2 wolves inside you. One of them is being digested. The other is also being digested. Last night's dinner was wolves.
I hate that, thank you. Anyway, Oberon is a universal support. I will fight against the idea that he's mainly a Buster support. I mean, I think he's a universal support that has Buster tendencies, if that makes sense. Because his NP, his skill set is good for everybody. Alright. This has to go away now. So first off, AoE, NP up 30% by 30% for 3 turns. Battery charge for the party, 20%, 5-turn cooldown, great skill. So a Buster support? No. A Buster support is somebody who is only really able to be used with Buster units. Much in the same... Like, okay, you would not bring Scotty to support a Buster unit. Not normally. You wouldn't really bring Koyan to support an arts unit. You catch what I'm saying? Castoria can support any... Castoria is a universal support as well, with arts tendencies. In this logic, Castoria is also universal support with arts that is exactly what I'm saying. But you would bring Castoria to support quick. Right, Castoria is a universal support. That's why she's the best character in the fucking game.
There are 2 wolves inside you. Both have tapeworms inside them.
I'm muting Tammy. Fuck off. Alright. Second, targetable 50% NP gauge. Makes 20 stars, and then at the end of the turn, it reduces NP gauge by 20%. Fucks with refund a little bit, but, you know, could be worse. 6-turn cooldown. The Star Bomb is really good, too. Alright, this is a doozy. Okay. Buster up 50%. NP damage boost up by 100%, which just means that it just fucking doubles your NP damage. The demerit is that after it's done, it essentially kills your target, turns them into a rock that sits on your field, and you can't do anything about them.
Pain and suffering await you.
Hey yo, Sabathan, thank you for the subscription. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad that my cursed stream has kept your attention long enough to feel like I'm worthy of a sub. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, this skill allows for 1 enormous turn of damage, and then your character dies. Good skill. His NP doesn't really matter as much. And complete immunity to debuffs, or to mental debuffs is great. Increases party's debuff success rate against enemies except for foreigner enemies while Self is on the field, which is good. Fuck Merlin. All my homies hate Merlin. Well, I'm glad I could help you out, man. Hopefully things keep getting better. I appreciate the support. Territory creation, E does not do fucking anything. Riding A, he has one quick card, I believe. Oh, yes, dude, never mind. I'm a liar. Bonus against Castoria. Fuck Merlin. And then his NP is AoE, removes offensive debuffs, and then puts the bitches to sleep, and then makes them fucking invincible. So make sure you're using this last in your hit counts. Oh shit, good luck on your job, man. And then bonus damage against lawful enemies, there's a lot of them. But you're really not using him as a DPS. He is a universal support who allows you to do immense amounts of damage. He's a required servant if you want to do things that are like 90++ nodes, pretty much. He just pops the fuck off. He's insanely powerful. I'm not even going to run a poll on this one, because I feel like if anybody is going to disagree with me saying that Lady Avalon is a better support unit than he is, you are so goddamn delusional and shoved up your own ass that you're beyond saving. Fair? Are we okay with that? I feel like I don't want to run a poll because I know that my chat will be like, it would be funny if I just said Lady Avalon is better, and just we all voted Lady Avalon instead. Anyway, let Umi no Chika draw more servants. I love her art style. Wait, what the fuck? What's happening? Can't you just have Merlin in front and swap out Merlin for Oberon? Alright, well, last servant. There's only one more servant I want to talk about, and she's the only one in her class. I just want to talk about her. Right? Like, she had you run a poll. So, I mean, realistically, okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a peek behind the scenes. Initially, what I was going to do, I was going to break up the extra class into only two groups, and that was Pseudo Knights and Pseudo Cavalry, and she was going to be in the Pseudo Cavalry, and I was going to pick two characters from each. But then I was just like, I don't, it's not fair. There's too many good servants to ignore. Like, I mean, if we were going to do that, then it would be two Avengers in the Pseudo Knights. Oh yeah, I still have Tammy muted. Yeah, it's Satan. Who won in the alter ego? Bazit. Tied with Doman. Anyway, let's just look at what she does. I feel like a lot of people don't really understand why she's good. Also, these motherfuckers. Which one of you did it? Which one of you went to the wiki and added this after I did my thing? Which one of you came in and corrected this? I have to know. Because this was not here. This was not here before. Check the history? I'll do that on my own time. I can literally do it right now. How do I do that? I can't scroll down too deep because somebody might have posted hentai in the thing. How do I check wiki history? Is it view source? Click on the three dots at the top, view history. I'm not going through this right now. We'll look at that later. Anyway. I think that people neglect that she's a very good unit. I will say this. She is a new player's best friend. Genuinely, she is a new player's best friend. She will carry you through the story if you're just starting out.
How goed je deed. IT was zo vaak I was. Tati was in A5TH console generation game.
I hate when it's foggy and I go to Silent Hill. No, it's been raining. Alright. I'm gonna mute the bat. Alright, so... First off, 666 turns for each. 7-turn cooldown. Huge uptime on these. 10% NP, 30% crit damage, reduced damage taken by 1,000. It's fantastic. It was written there since literally the day she was added. You are just blind. True! I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. Golden Grail C. Seals all enemy skills for 1 turn. Burn for 3 turns for 5,000 damage, which is a huge burn. 500% chance to charge their NP gauge by 1 as a demerit. That can be bad. It also could just do nothing. You know, all about your timing. Increases own attack for 3 turns. Grants herself the Holding the Grail buff. This, by the way, if you didn't know, this is something that cannot be removed. It just goes away after the 3 turns, but otherwise is impossible to remove. Because it's an effect. It's not, yeah, it says all this right here. It's an effect, it's not a buff or a debuff. It's just there. 6-turn cooldown, the 40% attack up. Very good. And then if she's holding the cup, she gets 100% buff removal resistance for 1 time 3 turns. Guaranteed. And then after that, 40% dragon damage, 40% Roman damage, 10 stars every turn for 3 turns. Debuff immunity for 1 time. Ignore defense for 3 turns. Increases own healing received for 3 turns by 20%. And then charges own NP gauge by 20% as well. 7-turn cooldown. A lot of effects. The dragon and Roman thing doesn't come up as often. Dragon does sometimes, because there's actually a lot of dragon servants. So, you know, usable. Especially if you're going through story, it's decent. Roman dragons. Who are the Roman dragons? I don't think there is any overlap. And then she has Authority of a Beast, 10% crit up, increases own critical damage by 2%, instant kill resist 2%, mental debuff resist 2%, and then Nega Messiah, which increases own debuff success rate by 500%, essentially meaning that she is going to land that shit guaranteed. Anti-Saber. Anti-Caster. Ooh, actually usable. And then single target Arts Noble Phantasm. Bonus is that it deals best rider DPS is that it deals additional damage to the 7 Knight Servants. 7 Knights is just your standard 7 classes, which she already has class advantage against. Babylon Domus Aurea. No Y on that Babylon is probably because it's Latin. Ingurgitating Golden Theater. She refunds this fucking NP really fucking well. And her gain is, it doesn't look that good here. It's really decent. She can get her NP very, very fast. Tammy's activated, by the way. She's great. She's a great unit. If you have an older account, she will not get you as much mileage as she will if you're a new player. When she comes to NA, if you're just starting the game, she will carry you through so much content. So much content.
She is funny.
She is funny. She's such a good unit. She does so much damage. Her crit damage is great. Her buffs are great. She works well with a lot of different supports. She works well with a lot of budget supports. She just does so much. People discount her a lot because, like, well, she just does less damage than if you were to use counterclassing. And while that is true, I will not deny that.
Funny. Would
She just does everything that you need her to do as a DPS. And in the future, there is a lot of content that's hydration.
I constantly forget her NP isn't cause the animation feels like it should be O-based.
It should feel like it's AoE. What was I gonna say? She is great because you can bring her to fights where you need a DPS who's going to be able to deal, like, essentially act like a Berserker, but you need them to be a little bit less squishy. And for that, she's fantastic. Great unit, plays well with so many things, pops the fuck off. Okay, so I did an arbitrary ranking on this. I will now go through that, and then you guys can judge that. Alright, so how I had these characters ranked in this order. Now, this order also contains the original thing that I had, so expect this to be a little bit inaccurate. So I'm just going to run through what was written instead of going back and revising it like a good content creator. So, from worst to best, Ark, I think, is the worst one. Then Reynes, then Jormal, Tesla, Baz, Summer Ibuki, Monty, Cuckoo, Draco, Oberon, Koyan, Melu, Castoria. That is my ranking. Now, do I stand by that? Not at all. Yeah, Jormal was... I've not corrected that list at all. That's what it was. You can point and laugh at that list all you like. But yeah, that is where we were with that. All of that is irrelevant. Best in class is what was important. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's going to be the conclusion to this 3-hour-long stream. Mods, laugh at this tier list. No! I returned from poor connection. Welcome back, and goodbye. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're watching this over on YouTube, check the links down below for twitch.tv/klidge down there. Also, we have the Discord down there. Come join the people. Laugh at me directly in my face. I will stand by most if not all of the things I said in this. We only had one real dispute, and we came to a conclusion with that Summer Castoria, better if not as good as Summer Ibuki. So, you know, other than that, my community at least seems to agree with me on these choices, so if you disagree with me, let me know down there as well. If you have anything that you have, like, any major grievances with, please let me know. I promise you I play this game and I know these characters that I'm ranking. For everybody else, though, thank you all so much for hanging out. I will catch you all tomorrow when we do other things. Peace out, fellas. Peace.